How does one move when the wind of the present pushes against you? How does one move when the wind of the present pushes against you? That's the question. That's the question. That's the question. Amen, I'm a struggler, one who wrestles with his wild emotions, self-medicating with the verses verbals, mix up puzzle pieces in my dreamy cerebral, latching on to loved ones when I crumble the lonesome, humble, well-spoken, well-known, stranger to most folks, floating in the cloud of the lows in hush mode, once strolled into relationships, naive, cut close to the veins, the blade of betrayal made me bleed. At ease, now I see the strategy is to seek the deeper destiny, reveal the real comfortably, become in touch with the inner identity, ideally developing independence, then shift, evolve, never regret but solve. The reason why we all cling to our own flaws, facing our own reflections, the hardest part. How do you know when relying on someone is a crutch or a simple act of trust is complex? What we call relationships. Ah yes, can't forget the fickle sex. Body if it got its big tits, fat or ass, have me in a stupor as an adolescent lad. Who am I kidding? I still find it inviting. Kept my distance, striving to write my rhyme sheet. Dated occasionally, babes like me, so finding the right queen should have been no biggie. But woe is me, shyness kept me from connecting. Brushes with luck, but always ended in depression, separation. Built distance and ran from the interested ladies. But in my isolation, I escaped the fake shit. In my exile, I found greatness. I'm grateful for the awkward times life gave me. Yeah, and I ask, how does one move when the wind of the present pushes against you? How does one move when the wind of the present pushes against you? That's the question. That's the question. That's the question. I don't know. Verse 2, chapter 2 finds me in a new condition. Different direction, matured and socially accepted. Branched out, did my thing. Confidence collected, been bruised by love's weapons. Swam through the shit streams, came out clean. Focused finally, with a few tricks up my sleeve. Life is irony. When I wanted chicas back then, most lied to me. Now I'm piping off reflex, and they're liking me. And my journey's met many psychologically insecure. Word is born. Finally found someone who's worth all the harm. The hazards and attachments, love always brought. Too much deep thinking leaves me sometimes sunk, drowning in memories of a thoughtful swamp, full of all this emotion and the antidotes to art. You can't bottle up this brilliance, you gotta let it spark, you gotta let it flow, you gotta let it spark, you gotta let it flow, 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 flow. How does one move when the wind of the present pushes against you? How does one move when the wind of the present pushes against you? That's the question. That's the question. That's the question. That's the question.